just got off a night bus.
I was clearly quite tired and didn't finish filming my intro, but hey, this is Evie and welcome to my adventures through Slovenia. After a very long overnight bus, which I did not sleep on that much, Alex and I arrived in Ljubljana. Because it was quite early in the morning, we took the opportunity to wander around this very cute and quaint city. We stumbled upon this really cute cafe, Le Petit Cafe. I had this delicious coffee and really yummy baked eggs. Ljubljana had the United Buddy Bears exhibition on in the city. There were almost 150 uniquely painted bears. I loved how unique each design was. Alex and I had fun guessing which countries they were all from based on the artwork. I love the colours and intricate designs on this one.
I think it's time for a room tour. It's not that big, but it'll do for a couple days. We've just arrived at the Škocjan caves and are about to go on a tour inside. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, so really excited to see it.
We followed the tour guide through this beautiful pathway to get to the entrance of the cave and saw all this beautiful scenery on the way. We entered the cave, but this was the last spot I could film before I had to put my camera away. The Škocjan cave was spectacular. A river ran through the cave and the ceiling reached 150 meters high. It reminded me of the caves the dwarves in the Lord of the Rings lived in. The sheer size of the cave was breathtaking, and so were all the stairs we had to climb. After the cave, we walked along this path above the river to get back to the car park. We were staying at the hostel pod Boglum, which was a very quaint hostel that gave school camp vibes.
We have just arrived in Lake Bohinj, and this is our bedroom. This is the bedroom. This is the cupboards. We have a sink.
And Alex and I are good people and sleep in separate beds.
It was very cozy, but had only one bathroom and shower for the whole level of rooms to share.
And this is the really crazy fridge with no room at all.
The main town of Bohinj was only a 15-minute walk away from our hostel, which was super convenient. The lake was so beautiful and the town felt like a little fairy tale town with mountains in the background. If you haven't tried whipped cream on espresso, please do. Absolutely delicious. All these fish were congregating in the water and facing the same direction, but not swimming anywhere. It was a little strange. I was inspired by these ducks, so I decided to paint them.
I've spent the past few hours chilling at like the bohinj behind me, and it's been so relaxing. I've just done some painting. It's an absolutely lovely vibe. I just love it here and can't wait to spend a few more days here. This has been my view for the past few hours. How beautiful is this? One thing I found out about Slovenia is that they have a lot of ticks, so I'm a little bit paranoid that every time I go to the lake I'm gonna have a tick on me. We're just doing little tick checks every now and then to see that I don't have any.
So this morning we got up pretty early. It was before 6 a.m. and we drove to the Soča Valley to do canyoning. And if you don't know what that is, it involves climbing, hiking, abseiling and cliff jumping through a canyon. I didn't take any videos, but Alex and I had the best time. We had wetsuits and grippy shoes on and jumped through the canyon. I felt invincible. We cliff jumped, ran over rocks and were lowered down a 40-meter waterfall. I highly recommend for thrill seekers. After canyoning, we stayed in the Soča Valley to do a mini hike along the river. It is insanely blue due to the limestone in the water reflecting the sunlight. We stopped at this random viewpoint while driving back to Bohinj, and it was oh so beautiful. Mountains and rock formations were stunning, and it felt so magical being there. We got back to town and I had this veggie and rice bowl for dinner. We met some fellow Australians and went right to Triglav National Park to hike up to the lake in the mountains. But we didn't realise how hard the hike would actually be, and didn't warn our new friends either. No one had any idea what they were in for. Some parts of the hike involve climbing up rocks and a very steep incline, but we all managed just fine. I love little challenges like this on hikes. The views got more and more magical the further up we climbed. We reached this beautiful lush forest and were so relieved that there wasn't any more climbing uphill. Peeking through the trees was this stunning lake. In the lake were tiny salamanders. The more we looked, the more we spotted hiding on the rocks. Today we drove back to Lake Bled to drop off the car, and I decided to treat myself to Slovenia's national dessert, which I'm so sorry I cannot pronounce. I love custard and cream, so this dessert was an absolute treat. We hung around Lake Bled for this afternoon as this was the end of our Slovenia trip. This was my duck painting inspired by Lake Bohinj, and you can see my Instagram for more travel paintings. Thank you for watching my adventures through Slovenia, and stay tuned for the next one. Bye!